Alright, so today we're going to be checking out House Flipper 2. Burning said you had a typo yesterday too, the entire stream. Excellent, perfect, just how it should be. But we're going to be checking out House Flipper 2. For those who are not familiar with House Flipper, I don't know exactly how this will be playing different than the first one, but the original House Flipper game, you basically start out by doing contracts where the person will be like, I rented this house out and the kids trashed the place and I had to kick them out. Please fix my house so I could rent it out again. And you'd go in and there'd be stuff piled everywhere, windows would be broken, and you'd, go through, clean the rooms, like repaint the walls and do whatever. You'd have some people's like, oh, we've got a baby on the way and we've got this room that, it's this big hobby room, please like make it into 2 separate rooms. So I got a room for the baby and, a smaller hobby room still. And you'd go through and you like install the new wall and decor both the bedrooms, like add an extra door and all that kind of stuff. But the idea is you flip houses is what you do. You buy houses and you flip them. I don't know if they still have that contract side of things on this one because I haven't played this one yet. We did play the demo during Steam Next Fest. And it was fun. That one they didn't have like any of the surrounding story. They just kind of dumped you in this beach house that was like, should be condemned. And you went through and like unboarded the door and like rebuilt the house and made it nice. Okay, with all that said, let's go and check the settings. This is something I do every time we play a game for the first time, is I go through and we check for settings around accessibility. Now, the absence of accessibility settings doesn't in itself mean anything's wrong. But, actually, Bloom's fine. But, you want to celebrate when people have gone above and beyond. In this case, we can turn off motion blur, A+ on that. I don't know why people turn that on, but, sure. But, at least we can turn it off. I did go through here before stream, and I changed it was on metric to begin with. I changed it to Imperial. That's fine. You could have the game time or real time displayed. I don't have a strong opinion on that. We got our basic sound settings. Glad to see field of view is here because this can cause motion sickness problems. So that's nice that they have that. Typical. Oh, you can turn on and off reverb in the rooms. That's interesting. Keybind changes. Pretty typical stuff. Nothing terrible. All right. Hey, Smoker Silver. You have yourself a good lurk. Thanks for hanging out. Now, it does say continue game. That is because I wanted to make sure the game actually ran fine. Motion blur makes things go faster. No, it doesn't. Alright, so let's go to new game and see what we have. Do you want to start a new game? You'll lose all progress. Oh, one of the interesting things is because we had played the Next Fest demo, when I saw the continue button exist when I, adjusted the audio before I started stream, I was like, why do I have a continue button? What happens if I push this? It took me back to the property we had cleaned up. No way of continuing the game from there, because that is like a one-off hidden level or whatever. I don't know. But it did technically take me back to where we were at in the demo. Hey, Layla Sims, how's it going? Okay. Alright, so some basic stuff. So we have 500 and... So if I hang up, just...
Hello there. Look who's decided to message me after all these years. So, you're interested in house flipping, and you came back to good old Pinnacove to find a job like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I was gonna say, I wonder what happens if, like, the game starts, you're like, this is clearly the intro to the story, and you're just like, no. No. Alright. So, apparently... Say nothing and end the call. So you can just be like, don't even respond, just like click and put your phone down. I guess that's if you don't want to deal with this, like you're on your second or third playthrough. Yeah, so I'm assuming this is an Easter egg back to the demo that you did the house on the coast, so yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, like the house on the coast.
Oh, so the renovation you asked about wasn't just an example. You actually wanted to work on the Driftwood house? Well then, I'm afraid I don't have good news for you. The town council put turning it into a community center on hold.
Why, what happened? On hold for how long? Any chance they'll change their minds? Sure.
There would be if the financing issues were the only problem. But things got a bit more complicated. After the first crew left the renovation half finished, someone named it the ugliest house on this side of the coast. It quickly became a new tourist attraction. You know, great for a funny social media post. Of course, the locals aren't thrilled about the whole situation. They would rather have a proper community center. Yet the town council have decided to keep it as it is for
now. I see, so I need another job idea.
Then you're lucky your old friend is a real estate agent. I can offer you a job similar to house renovating. What do you say?
Similar to house renovating? You like the bird wallpaper? I'm just going around and opening everything. What's the job?
It's an easy one. Just cleaning up a small house.
Okay, I can do that.
That's the spirit. I'm sure it'll be the start of a beautiful adventure. Check your email for the details.
What? Why can't I open this one? Oh, the emails tab. Your first job is waiting. You can find it by putting tab and opening the emails. So this one actually has a story to involve it at the beginning. The old one didn't have that. Is this your house? I guess. I don't know why this one window is like the cursed you cannot open it window. Alright. Okay. So we got a bunch of stuff. Oh, there's a lot more tools in this one. A lot more tools. Okay, I can get behind that. But can you pick at the window? Probably. Just... Is that a cookie? What? What? That is a cookie, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. It's like a chocolate chip cookie. What? Why are you keeping a chocolate chip cookie on your windowsill in the sunlight? Here, I'll help them. They clearly don't know how this works. Can I open this? Left you some pizza in the fridge. You don't actually need to put cookies in the fridge. They'll get kind of goopy. It's fine. And Layla Sims getting the 3 stream streak. Congratulations on that. Yeah, I was trying to crouch. From up here, that pizza doesn't look like it's very fresh. The pizza looks mildly cursed. Alright, I guess I should actually check our email. Okay. Oh, let's see. We also have perks so we can clean faster. This is just like the other one as well. But they do seem to have more tools and all that. Ah, apparently when I pick up heavy furniture, I move slowly. I understand. Okay. And in houses, we have that house there. Alright. So you want to be a house flipper. Hi, I've been tasked with selling this little house, but right now it's a total mess. I need someone trusted to help me clean it up. I worked with a few interior designer the first and last time. She over-decorated the house and left the windows open to let in fresh air, which wouldn't be that bad of an idea if only a raccoon hadn't taken the invitation to pay a visit. The aftermath is in the pictures. So if you're looking for a chance to flip a house, this one really needs it. But overall, simple job, easy money. Left it in the pictures. Fair enough. Alright. Smoker Silver having a 3 stream streak as well. Getting their 350 points. Here are a few things you should know before you start working. A yellow exclamation mark means there are quests nearby. To see detailed quest lists, press tab. Different quests require different tools. To open the tool menu, use the right mouse button. Don't know how to use your tools? Look around for a book with Bessie the Beaver on the cover. Open it, pressing E to read some tooltips. Trouble finding the last piece of trash? Press Q to activate your Flipper Sense. It will light up the quest objective related to the tool you're using. Oh, I'm sorry, is the sidewalk off limits? My bad. I didn't realize that was like a limit here. All right. So you can start by just scrubbing all the things. Which is as well as games that when you first start, like, all your tools are terrible. So do I, like, actually scrub the box? Doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, that's interesting. So it actually, they just have like a generic cleaning tool. I guess those are just nappy and ugly like that by default. Yeah, because you could definitely just wipe off scratch marks in the wall. Yeah, so early on they'll introduce you just like some basic mechanics like being able to clean. Like those are clearly like severe scratch marks in the door. You're not just wiping that up. You're repainting probably more to fix that. Like there's like a goop you can put into like wood door that's got like wood dust in it. It's almost like a wood glue that has wood dust in it. Yeah, the tools get better to progress. Exactly. A lot of games will do that. They'll introduce the first version of the tools, and for like finishing a house with it, you're like, oh, this isn't bad. But if you had to do like a lot with it, it become very frustrating very quickly. All right. So now I get the trash bag. I didn't do that right. We already closed the bag. It's like, good enough. There's a star for you. That means your client will be happy with your work. You can finish the job now to get paid, but no, 1 star out of 3. If you keep going, you'll get more stars, the client will be happy and pay even more. That's an acceptably done job? First time. Okay. Is there any more trash? No. We'll figure it out sooner or later. We might be turning on our own music, because the music is one thing I'm noticing is, pretty vacant from existence, just about. Alright, so it looks like we might have all the trash picked up. Where did you come from? What I don't know is how I clean that up. Wait, I know how to clean that up. What am I talking about? Alright. Use tissue paper with... Yeah, no, that's just, like, that whole thing that, like, an animal got in here. Alright, so we've got all those. That's all fine. I didn't see what the exclamation mark was trying to tell me. Oh, I see. All right. Okay, so what is one? So we have 4 stains left somewhere to clean. And they want me to sell a bunch of stuff. Okay. I wasn't expecting them to have me sell stuff. They're like, all this fishing stuff is a no. Okay. So it's had me deal with all this. What does it want me to do with the window? We'll check the window. There we go. So there's a stain somewhere. There we go. All right, 3 stars. Cool. Wait, actually, we need to find the live, love, laugh sign. I understand. That is an unacceptable thing to be in this home. Where are you? Ugh. Okay, we've sold everything. It's saying that there's one window still dirty. The raccoon didn't get in here. There you are. All right. Hunter going 15 streak, but fishing. So you said I've done everything. You say quests I'm at 5. So why only 2 stars? You say 2 stars in the top right. This says 3 stars here. Let's walk around. Oh, where it's showing the stains and all that's per room. That's right. I remember that. Each room has their own settings. So this room's done. That room's done. That room's fine. This room has stains somewhere. Okay. Now it looks like everything's done. Alright, cool. We're good. Now we get all our money. Alright, so... Shift Enter. Cool. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to kill the music and start our own music, because my goodness, the music is barely present. Alright, so orders, settings. Like, the music's fine. It's nice and chill and out of the way, which isn't bad. But it's a little too out of the way. So for all you gonna watch this later on YouTube, you know, sorry, you just lost all your music. Oh, good. We barely play a bunch of games. Okay, so each one of these has their own leveling speed. So like that one's 80% of the way leveled, that's 59% of the way leveled. We did do the other thing, so we didn't have much there. Alright, that's kind of cool, because instead of like you get a point and you put it wherever, it's you level them up one by one. Alright. Let's say hello again. Thanks for your help last time. Said you did so well, I have another job for you. I have a friend, I helped a friend buy a new house, and she seems to need more help unpacking her stuff. You can read the message yourself. Hi Tom, I love the house, so cozy. I lived in my old place for so long, I forgot how much work comes with moving houses. Where does all this stuff come from? To be honest, I wish I could hire someone to do the unpacking for me. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe you know someone? Hugging you tight, June. Okay. I'm gonna unpack someone's things. I was told I'm unpacking. You just moved in. Why is... June. I'm not gonna judge you by how you're living your life, but I'm gonna kind of judge you by how you're living your life.
Hi, June here. You are my unpacking person, right?
And a cleaning person, I see. At your service.
That's so nice of you. You're about to improve my life so much. I couldn't find time to do the unpacking yet. Oh, and the thing is, I'm calling to apologize for the state of the place. It's a bit messy. I didn't expect Tom would find help so fast. I didn't even think about cleaning up on my way out. Or, you know what? Since you're already dealing with my stuff, maybe you could clean the house as well?
Already on it.
You're a true angel. You know that? Wow. I can't believe I'll come to a clean, organized house today. No more living out of boxes. Yay! Thank you so much for everything. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Yeah, we're gonna need a tight hug for this one. Hey, Iggy Mate, how's it going? As much as I would want someone to unpack for me, I would just know I wouldn't be happy with. That's the thing. Is like, I would probably go there and unpack everything, and I would second guess everything. Oh, June, you're gross. You're so gross, June. Like, is there even anything that got into the trash can? Look. Again, I'm not trying to say I'm judging, but I would also be lying if I said I wasn't judging. Is there anything else I need to clean in here? Alright. So it's time to get a whole lot of trash bags. Oh, I thought I was holding the button.
Thank you Pankraru for subscribing for 23 months. Heck.
Thank you, Pekraro. You've been subbed to channel for 23 months, so thank you so much for that T1 sub. I really do appreciate it. Oh, I don't even... Oh, it's a pizza crust. It's like a moldy pizza crust. But thank you so much for the 23 months you've been subbed to channel. You continue to support channel for that long, and it does mean a whole heck of a lot. I really do appreciate it. I do hope you are enjoying the stream. I was hoping I could take like all the popcorn stuff out of there and just put it right in the trash bag and be done with it, but apparently no. But thank you so much for that support. I really do appreciate it. Almost 2 years. One more month and it's 2 years. So thank you so much for that continued support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. This place, June. I'm not saying much. You've got a trash can outside. Just put it in the trash. Don't leave food waste on the floor.
Thank you Vernon Sun 1 for subscribing for 23 months. Yay 23 month streak
Hype
team
trainers
Rual
go.
strip.
Choo choo.
Thank you, Burn and Sun, for the T1 sub. So thank you, both of you. Both of you hitting 23 months. I really do appreciate that. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. And so, like, thank you so much for that. I do hope you enjoy your advertising for viewing as well as access to emotes. But yeah, 23 months, 1 month less than 2 whole years and counting. Kicking off a hype trade. And as a reminder, subs are 25% off right now. So if you're trying to save some money but want to be subbed to the channel, if you do get more than 1 month at a time, now is like to the end of the month, you can get a much discounted rate. And it doesn't reduce how much I get. Gift subs and first time subs. I believe gift subs, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't start to the 27th. I thought first times and renewed subs worked. I could be wrong. Like, you'll go at the price and you'll see a discount if it's discounted. I got that information wrong too as well. Kalaria Star converting their Prime sub to a Tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that as well. Hey, Kiros. Yeah. And I saw Iggy saying, June, that's how you get ants. Fact. And roaches. And many other critters you don't want around your house. Take your food, goes in a trash can, and when it fills up, it goes outside. Or if it's just been there longer than it probably should. I've gained experience in collecting trash. Get your first perk point by pressing tab and choosing perks.
Test.
Thank you, Pankrar, for the 100 biddies. Oh, and as a reminder as well for the, with the bits is until the end of the month, if people give you more than 300 bits as one go, Twitch will give at least 10% more bits. I think the highest I've seen was 50%. Don't quote me on that, but it is a random thing. So it's not like if you put this much, it's going to be that much. You donate so much bits, and then it rolls a dice and says, here's how much extra. But so that is another way to support the channel right now, is bits go farther than they normally do, and that is through the end of the month. Pinned the message. This is how we get how you get ants, June. Excellent. And thank you, Silver 8-Track, on their 5 stream streak, getting their extra 450 points. Thanks so much for the hype train and all that going on. Let's see. Yeah, so we apparently we're better at trash. Don't be afraid to experiment. You can always read us. Oh, I appreciate a game that does that, where they're like, you have talent tree or whatever, and you do it. Okay. So the perks we can get is bigger is better, which just basically means I can put more in the trash bag, while losing none of their durability. Wait, my trash bags can break. Okay, that's news. Biggest is the best.
Thank you, Zach Reed, for gifting a sub to Goose Gaming.
Thank you, Zach Reed, for gifting a tier 1 sub to Goose Gaming. Goose Gaming, you now have yourself some nice advertisement-free viewing as well as access to the emotes, whether you want them or not. So thank you again so much for that, extra support. It does mean a lot. Very last Sardine says bits until the 20th, 25% off subs. Okay, thank you. So the bits thing is only for this week then, the 20th. So you got 6 days till the bonus on the bits goes away. Grab what you can. Clear trash from a bigger area with a newly invented grabbing technique. Nothing goes to waste. Even if you remove a sellable item with a trash bag, you earn 100% of its value. I'm lazy, so I'm taking the lazy one. So I can go up here and say, hey. Oh, my bag's full. Seems like a fair bit. Yeah, no, we played the demo during Steam Next Fest and I had a good time. Which that one they just plopped you in a it's like a little island beach house. And then they're like, make it nice. Alright, is there any more trash I have to worry about? Oh. Quests. No trash here. There is 2 units of trash in this room somewhere. It might be like behind the boxes or something. If you're seeing that pulse, that's something I'm triggering. Like triggering that you could like pulse around to see what's going on. Oh, it might be those. I'm not sure if that counts as the same room or not. All right. Oh, that's cool. If I just noticed, if you look on the right under quests, it adds a thing. That's for whatever tool I'm holding. Yeah, I'm guessing it's behind this box or something like that. Just trash just takes her art. Everyone's a critic. Alright, so we have nothing to do on the porch here. I have to unpack the boxes. I guess that becomes trash when it's done. Yeah, I would not be happy with someone else doing this for me. I would immediately go back in behind and be like, nope, that doesn't go there. Nope, that doesn't go there. You need right here, June. Let's talk. June, right here. Right over this spot. Right over this spot. You get the thing that has a ring with the chains of the hooks on it, so you can put your pans up top to give yourself all the area you want. You own this house, June. I'm not exactly sure where I'd line it up. Part of me wants to line it up with that. Part of me feels like you want to be centered over here. That's definitely one to discuss. And we had a tier 1 hype train, so thanks so much for that hype train. I do really appreciate it. You think it's hot? The coffee cups like this? Yep. There we go. So I'm definitely not a fan this. I have no idea what's. All right, so the microwave is bigger, so you're gonna go. We're gonna find a home for you in a minute. You can go on the floor for right now. You'll go over here in the corner to 1. I'm not happy with that either. Yeah, it's not going to go in there. I'm not really happy with any of the placements of this. Because I want to put it like this to save space, but then you're going to have this weird thing where you're opening that and like banging your door on that. And you can put it here, which now you can open the door with no problem. But it really is not an efficient use of space. You're giving up a lot of countertop. I know I don't need to be happy, but that's... Oh, is that closed? Don't mind me, June. Oh, those just go away when I do that. Also, June, let's talk. That book? No. The name and the information about your book is on the spine of the book. If you put your book so that you have the pages facing you, you can't read what the heck book you're grabbing. I don't... Oh, you're a candle. Sure, we'll put you up here on the shelf. I don't know. It's also the things of the person unpacking it. You're like, I have no idea what this person owns. So you're just like, oh, another thing to figure out. Put upside down? Where was the turn snap off? I saw that earlier. I just need the grid to be a little smaller. Perfect. Sadly, I cannot rotate the clock. Alright. So we're going to judge what books June has. Alright, so June, what books do we have? We have... Yellow, A Life of the Forest. I cannot really read the italicized one. It's like... illegible or something like that. I don't know if that's an actual word. The Untold Story of Shawgier. And then 2 that don't have the name on the edge of the book. What are you? Oh, your cute little whale thing? That's fair. Alright. Whale can live up here. Alright, so that room's done. This room has a box. Oh, there's one box up here. I also like that we keep the box cutter stored in the box with the blade out. It's definitely how you do that. Alright, June, come on. get it together, June. You gotta have your tools organized to make your life easier. So you don't have to be like, where's this brush? And spend 2 hours trying to find the brush just so you could do like a slight detail improvement. So you got a bunch of glue. It's also weird to me that we randomly have a big file, but you know, it's sure. It's good enough. So there's still 2 things of trash in here. Where? I also don't get them all having, like, multicolored toilet paper. Their toilet paper is very festive. Fine. Is that like, looks like lipstick or nail? Probably nail polish. And that's probably lipstick. Probably perfume. God only knows what the tube is. It could be toothpaste. It could be some, like, of skin cream. It could be so many things. Alright, you're done. 2 pieces of trash in this room. Nothing to do in this room. They want me to sell this sign. Alright. There we go. So there's 2 coffee cups that are just sitting there. Alright, and with that, job done. That's not what I wanted to do. Shift enter. Give me the money. It's also the color of mini marshmallows, yeah. I think it's illegible. That would be great. That would be an absolutely wonderful, wonderful thing, is for the book with a horrible, impossible to read title to be named illegible. Hi, sweetie. We've just settled in Moonrise Bay. Our new house is really lovely. You should visit and see it for yourself. And call more often. Take good care of the old Pinnacove home. Hugs and kisses, Mom and Dad. As well as her home address. If you need to fix... Toolbox is in the garage. I like that all our windows and doors stay open every time we leave. That's exactly how it should be. I also like that I'm complaining about everyone else's cleanliness of their homes and just not even bothering with mine. Which is because I'm not getting paid, so you know how that is. Alright. Welcome, newcomer. During the years of miserable solitude, I paid little attention to the state of my chambers. This is going to change, since a brave soul has recently joined me in all my adventures. In short, some ancient dirt and piles of trash await a truly fearless person to clear them out. Please arrive as fast as you can and help us and transform this forgotten dungeon under our living quarters. Make it worthy of my new companion's presence. You will be handsomely rewarded for your trouble. Just wait for us to return from convention in which our party is participating right now. May luck be on your side, Robert Pattern. Hi. My roommate moved out recently. My brother will be living here in his place. But the state of the bedroom, I can't let him be here while it looks like that. Can you clean it up? I don't even know where to start. We're definitely going with who is clearly a dungeon master, who has allowed their dragon's lair to fall on hard times. This is not acceptable. I am not okay with that. Nope, that's not where I want it either. Having your mailbox twisted at like a 35-degree angle. No. We have rules. Nothing here. Nothing here. It's just this one room. Yeah, so weirdly it's he told me the one room down there, but yep. I respect a little bit of tabletop. You can also see that there was an attempt. Not a good attempt, but there was an attempt. There's a story here. There's some broken glassware and what clearly looks like some type of, either soda or wine or something. Thank you for the raid, Red Hawk Black Sheep. Can I go ahead and get a shout out for Red Hawk Black Sheep? But yeah, it's very clearly they spilled something like grape soda or wine or something, and there's a squeegee like sponge down here, and they very clearly failed miserably on cleaning it up, which is fair. At least they'd be like, you tried. You're in over your head, but you tried. The leftover pizza everywhere though kind of negates the entire argument. For those who don't know, Red Hawk Black Sheep, absolutely fantastic content creator on the platform. So if you're looking for good stuff, right now I've been playing some Baldur's Gate 3, as I recall. You can find it over here. I retract all those things I said about the attempt. There was an attempt, but like, really? What happened here, friend? I wish that's how cleaning stuff worked in real life. You would just go over to what's like clearly like a wine stain or something in a rug, and just like get your little squeegee and just go like this, little brushy brush, and it's all good as new. I wish so much. I would genuinely be able to enjoy cleaning if it was that easy. We just go up this. We just go right on over. Well, this is your plate holder thing. Oh my god, why? There, good enough. Alright, so we did that. That's not even what I'm being paid to do here. That was just... It was here anyways, so you know. Like that. You actually do enjoy cleaning the right music. Yeah, it can be. It's just like one of those things that like there's certain kinds of stuff you gotta clean that end up being a huge pain. Like you spend, half your day trying to tidy something up and you're just like, oh my god, please. All these houses are like, you're so disgusting. Why are you leaving all these food things? Sell the board game as punishment. Just goes up. It's like, that's a limited edition collector's version. I had to kickstart it. Great works. Emotes are being delivered to supporters? Huh? I mean, cool, but... Huh? But thank you for everyone popping in. Yeah, no, it's like certain cleaning I really don't mind. There's other stuff though where it's like half your day disappears real fast. And you're just like, but what did I get done? And you have like the one room that's a little bit cleaner than it was before. Alright, so we've got 4 more pieces of trash in here. 2 more. Trash is complete. Why am I unpacking their stuff? I was being hired to clean this place. I'm so confused by all of this. What am I supposed to do with the big boards? It didn't label them as trash, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so you want me to sell things. Oh, I understand. I do appreciate that they added the thing where you can hit, like, Q and it just kind of pulses. It's like, here's all the things. So you don't have to guess if it's what you're supposed to be selling or not. I sort of wish instead of pulsing, though, you could, like, literally just... You could just, like, kind of sit there and say, light it up. Or that would last longer. Congratulations, I got a cleaning perk. Sweet, we can be slightly better at cleaning. Alright, so what do we get for cleaning? Faster cleaning. Cleaning spray. So that's also faster cleaning. So you make it a bigger radius. Alright, so it looks like the cleaning spray is going to be the one that'll scale up more. Like, that's half the fun of these styles of games. Like, in real life with a lot of this stuff, you'll have something that's a fairly easy job. And, you know, you'll start and everything go fine. Then you're like, have a screw that's no good. So you take the screw and the head pops off. And then it goes from being the simple 2-second, okay, I'm just going to take out a couple of screws, remove the shelf, and put the new one in. Like, it's going to be nice and quick. And you turn around... And now you have to sit there and, like, drill out the old screw because it's in the way, and then you have to, like, you know, put wood dust and glue into the hole so you can, you know, refill it so you can put a new screw and actually have it have any type of grip. It takes a project that should have taken you, like, 30 seconds to a minute, and it becomes, you know, an hour or two. Got stretcher team I need to do. Alright, so we finished that one, we finished that one. Cool. It doesn't matter, but there's me. Oh, okay. I was like, man, they're getting rid of all like their video game posters. I understand. A year or two went by, and like the stuff they were into is no longer the hip stuff. I get it. I understand. It happens to the best of us. They've got what's clearly meant to be like a Nintendo DS. Oh, radio? Is there a shelf here? Let me on the couch real fast. So it's a hard call if it should face this way for the pool table or this way for that. And there's no shelves along the outer wall. There's no shelf, like there's a little thing there, but I don't know, you'd want to put it on that. Don't do this to me. Alright. Oh, 1 second. These are clearly like DS games or PlayStation games. Like, who knows what system that's supposed to be. But a video game system. Oh, you're supposed to be like... I'll deal with you in a minute. Like the actual tower or whatever. Alright, so you can make room for this. Because you don't want that on the floor. It'll suck up all the dust and it'll make it not last as long. Alright, so quests. Everything is done in this room. Everything's done in that room. Everything's done in this room. And we go upstairs, this room. Everything's done here. So, there we go. Let's see. So you managed to die just at the beginning of Path of Exile by standing on the balcony for a smoke. Nice. But yeah, no, I got all that. This has been pretty fun so far. Sorry if I get absorbed. Like, sometimes it's hard to see what's going on. But what'll end up happening is this game will escalate if it's following the same format as the first one, which I feels like it is the game will escalate to what we end up doing is instead of doing this like little one-off jobs, we'll buy houses and we will flip them. You know, the game is called House Flipper after all. Oh, and this is my house, which we haven't bothered to clean anything at all. So we've got literal trash in the floor. We got sticky notes because this is our parents' house. Remember to water the plants. No problem, Mom. So yeah, like the house is just a mess everywhere, trash. The garden looks nice though, mostly. Still better than June's place. It's true. Do you know what we don't have? Rotten pizza on the counters. We do have the pizza that was in the fridge that I can't quite seem to be able to grab. So it's just down there. Perfect. All right. Emails. So the old, yeah, we'll just go with the ex-roommate, who the ex-roommate trashed the place, and their brother's moving in, and they're like, I cannot let my brother move into this disaster that is the next floor. Okay, thank you for being reasonable about your mailbox. Interestingly, it doesn't mark that as trash. Apparently that okay. Okay, there's a cooldown on me being held to spray this, by the way. All right. So the outdoors all cleaned up. I've got 4 more stains and a bunch of stuff to... Okay, so it's not considered trash. It's... Huh. So are you a water or an air tank? Where do you go? Because I don't think that's a natural gas tank. Nor propane. I don't know what that is. I've not seen that style. Alright, so we sell the 4 tires and all the newspaper. Alright, first room all done. Outside's all done. So we've got 1 trash, 32 stains. Alright, so just gonna be this whole area. Let's deal with the trash first. Lovely. Alright, so now it's just cleaning. And then the guy's like, no, that's don't clean that off, that was my art. Teenager maybe? Who knows? So nothing to do in the kitchen. That room's all clean. Alright, so we're done with the stains. We got a bunch of trash. I'm a little bothered that's like... I'm just like a little bothered that's like... Used toothbrush. Oh, that's not garbage. That's a cell. And you're like, oh, please no. Please no. No. That is definitely not a cell.
Hi, Steven here, the unfortunate owner of the house you've agreed to clean. So, how are you doing? You're still up for the job, right? Or did the garbage dump in my roommate's room scare you off?
I've seen worse.
Really? Wow. I didn't think that was even possible. The world never stops to amaze me. Usually not in a good way. But to the point, I have one more request. I had a microwave, which disappeared mysteriously some time ago. If you'd find it in his room, could you move it to the kitchen? I have it since I went to college. It would be a pity to lose it now.
No problem.
Thank you so much. I like that model quite a bit. The new ones look weirdly complicated. That's it, I guess. Good luck with the cleaning. I think I'm gonna hang up now. Bye.
Okay. There's still 12 things of trash in here. Alright, 6 things of trash in there. Nobody likes new microwaves. That's how I feel with a lot of washers and dryers. They're like, here's your 40 different settings. I'm like, you know what setting I'm going to use? I'm going to use the warm water when it's whites. And I'm going to use the cooler water when it's anything else. What are settings I'm going to use? That's all. Cool, so we got all the trash that's in here. Oh, selling his entire computer setup too. I'm more honestly surprised that someone would just straight up leave behind, like, you know, some like stereo speakers, a computer, like the whole shebang. Like that was his tower there. Here, let's just deal with that microwave. Yeah, and there's a bunch of stuff. And the worst thing is it's like, what do you want in a microwave? Can you make this that it will, you know, use less power? It's like, yes. Can I get without all the other crap? No. Is that where you wanted it? I think that's where you wanted it. Did he move out? Or are you cleaning a crime scene? I mean, the state of his room is within itself, I should argue, is a crime scene. Yeah. Even if you own rent, like, I would, I don't know, maybe just a me thing, I would definitely be like, you know, poster's not sure, leave that crap behind. But yeah, 3 monitor and a gaming tower setup. He had like a standby screen, so like clearly he was doing something with all of that. You would be like, there's oh my god, those windows. You would be like, look, I don't care how much the rent is here. You're sitting on several $1,000 bucks with the equipment there. Either you use it to make rent, or you take it with you. Plus, you know, computers tend to have personal information on them and all that. You don't know what the person behind you is going to do. Especially if you owed them money that they're never going to see, kind of thing. They might want to see what they can get out of that. Not in a criminal way. I don't know. I would be unwilling to leave a computer behind. Even if it's one I was just going to, like, throw away or, you know, wipe the hard drive and donate. That's not what I want to do. Oh, so if I cancel that early, it resets. Like the other crap in here, like all the little junk there, maybe even the speaker or whatever. Sure. Alright, so where are the last 2 stains? Right there. So that room's done. Done. There's nothing here, and then the garage. You went to Louisville to start your second Zomboid run and got spawned in a porta potty outside the mall. I'm scared. Yeah. Is it even legal to leave behind crap when you move out? You can, but a lot of times they can charge you for the cleanup. If you leave an apartment, like, it can be different ways. A lot of them will take a security deposit, and they will count it against your security deposit kind of thing. Some of them, if you've done a lot of damage to an apartment or something, they can come after you and say, hey, like, this person did $2,000-$3,000 worth of damage to this apartment. Like, you need to pay us back for the damage. It'll end up becoming like a civil suit kind of thing. So it's a big pain in the butt that involves courtrooms. But, you know, if you abandon stuff behind, it's up to them whether they just want to eat the cost of dealing with it, or if they want to try and come after you for effectively costing them a bunch of money. Most of the time, as long as it's not particularly egregious, there won't be anything that they follow up with. Oh, we had, like, regular mail. Oh, no, I don't. This is being weird. How are the ventures so far? Hi, sweetie. Are you having fun in your travels? You really should write us more often. Your dad and I are very curious what you're up to. Me, for example, I've decided to make some changes to the house. But don't worry, your room is exactly as the day you left, minus some food I found under your bed. And there are some changes in town, too. Remember the big abandoned house at the beach you loved as a child? It's going to be a community center now. So you weren't right when you said everything always stays the same here. Anyway, let us know what you're doing soon. Love, Mom. Hey, sweetie, guess what? Your dad and I are moving to Moonrise Bay, and you can blame yourself for that. We got a big jealous of you and your travels, but don't worry, you still have a place to come back to. We're leaving the family home to you. Take good care of it. Hugs and kisses, Mom. You're on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Get the fire extinguisher. No, seriously, fire's bad. No. Hi, June told me you did wonders at her house and gave me an idea. You should put yourself out as a local handyman. I even advertised your service on the locals' Greg's list. No need to thank me. Take care, Tom. I didn't agree to this, Tom. Tom, well, I mean, this one I don't get a choice. It's I do this one, then this one, then this one. Like 2 drops. You could duplicate items. You need some extra chairs for this party? Yeah, so it's just basically, instead of having to go, like, grab the thing, go to the menu, grab the thing, put it down, go to the menu, grab the thing, put it down, actually be like, I want another, I want another, I want another. Cool. Keep using flipper sense, so you can sprint even when you carry something in your hand, just watch your step. When using flipper sense, you can see highlight for longer, you can find it all. Your flashlight shines light at a bigger radius in case you choose to work overnight. I want the flipper sense, considering I very specifically was like, I really wish we had that. Alright, this is the last job here, which is, hi, I'm selling my house and I was told it has to be cleaned first. Even the basement. This real estate agent, who was a regular in my cafe, recommended your services. I probably forgot to take some stuff. If you find any packed boxes, just leave them there. I'll pick them up at some point. Have a lovely day, Emma Baker. So, she is saying, do not unpack the boxes. So, you break away from our instincts. Do not unpack the boxes. Okay, I thought this was going to be a separate location. It is. Alright, so somewhere out here is another thing I need to sell. Well, 2, actually. That is a very lovely backyard. Considering the state of the rest of this place, this is a very well-kept garden. That's right, Emma. I'm not picking up your trash can. You think you saw something by the porch? Oh, might be there. Alright, Night Dweller. You have a good one. I can't wait to see the basement. I know, right? Cool, so we're all done here. You seriously had to fix for that? Used to cut off the electric plugs from computers I could take with me. I mean, there's stuff you could do, like, even if you cut the electrical ones, I can still pull the hard drive and do stuff. It's just one of those things that, with computers, generally speaking, that is deeply upsetting. Whatever happened to that window, you should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, we have a new tool, vacuum. This feels more like something you broom. There is one more piece of trash in this room somewhere. There you are. You got trash in this room. I do appreciate that when you go outside, like when you go someplace with a tool, it very much is just like directly like, oh, you're having me sell everything. I can get behind that. Almost everything. We apparently don't sell that box. That box, don't sell it. All the other furnishings and everything in the house has to go. We also apparently don't sell the handful of luggage in the front. So you're good, you're good. One more item to sell here. You're good. You're good, you're good. I'm guessing those are coffee grounds I'm sweeping up right now. I'm not really sure. Who is moderator? We have several moderators. Is there something you need? All right. Which loosely related to that, if you ever get DM'd from someone on the Discord that's like soliciting art or anything like that, let me know. Oh, you won the Season 2 Farm Simulator key? You had a question about using the key? Yeah, so, all you need to do is, it is a Steam key. If you just go onto Steam, and then you hit the, there'll be like add a Steam product or whatever under like the games drop down. Then you just drop the key in there and it'll give you the game. You do need the base game though. Which is one of the things I understand if people didn't catch that part. But that was like one of the base things is just you do have to have the key for it to work. Or you do have to have the base game for the key, because it's a DLC key. Well, I mean, it's not just a DLC, it's a season pass, which is a bunch of things. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, anytime you get a key given to you, all you do is just go into Steam. It'll be under, I believe, games in the top menu. It'll be like activate a Steam product or activate a game. I can't remember the exact verbiage. It'll just have like a text box. And you just drop it in. As long as you put it in correctly, it'll say like, you know, congratulations, you got whatever game. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy Farming Sim. All right. You're stoked about winning it? Good. Glad to hear. I'm glad it went to someone who's like really excited to play it. Will I be playing Farm Sim? I will more than likely be playing Farm Sim tonight. That is something I'm planning on doing. I'm really enjoying the Survivor Man challenge. Yesterday, by the end of stream, we got most of the first oats field planted. Like, I didn't quite get it done because we went a bit long. I confused my days. I thought yesterday was the day I needed to wrap up early. Just in my head, I thought it was Thursday, and it was not. Because time has no meaning. It's still March 2020 or whatever year it was. It doesn't matter anymore. But not really. But so I thought I was gonna wrap up early, and I had like so many people rating last night. It was like really weird how many people rated, and no complaints about it at all. But as well as things that, as a content creator, if you can manage to do it, when you get like a rate of 400 people, that's those ones like, okay, I was gonna wrap it this time, but if I can really afford to go longer, it's kind of time to do it. Because you could potentially, you know, like, it helps so many things when that happens. It's always today. I know, right? Okay, so this room is done. Are you considered a different room? Yep, you're done. We're missing some room entirely that we still have, like, a whole area. Is there, like, a second floor I'm just missing? Because I'm nowhere near finished with the quest. There's definitely not a second floor to this place. Maybe I missed a bunch of stuff on the porch? No. Oh, there's a basement. There's a basement around back. That's what this is telling me, is there's a basement around back that I need to go into. I was just like, I'm nowhere near done. What am I missing? All right. It's still awful, but you expected worse. Oh yeah, especially in some of these games where you go in the room and you're like, oh my god, how? Like, honestly, this one's not too bad. It's mostly they just were using it for storage, and that there's clearly what is mildew stains. Which, very unfortunately, if you're in an area with any humidity and you don't take the time to, like, you know, either clean up or treat things, is this thing that happens. I mean, don't get me wrong, these are some pretty horrific mildew stains. But it's one of those things you can understand if no one goes down here in any frequency. They can get pretty bad. Of course, I'd fill up on that. Okay. So we're done here. Windows. And then this should be the last of the house. Cool. Still a really nice garden back there. I can't grow half of these plants here. These poor roses, they would just fry in the Florida sun. Just straight up fry in the Florida sun. A lot of the rest of the stuff would be fine. But those poor things would just wilt and wither into nothing here. Yay. How to remove mildew stains. Step 1, spray once. Step 2, wipe twice, and done. I mean, they could get pretty stubborn. Like, especially if you have, like, on concrete where it gets into, like, the grout and all that, or whatever it is between it. Like, you get mildew there, and you sit there and just, like, going like this, trying to scrub that one little spot. Because it, like, gets into it. I don't have to deal with much of that at this house. Like, it is a block house, but it's not much in the way of exposed concrete block. But I have been in places that's like usually it's not even the house. Usually it's like the concrete block fencing that no one takes care of, and it gets really gross. Or you hit it with a pressure washer. You just go with a pressure washer and you're just done. Then it comes right off. Hello, friend. I run a small bookshop by the beach. My girlfriend is a barista, and we would like to make the space for her coffee shop business here. She says that you may be up for the job. Let's see. Can you help us set that up? We've done a few things already, but there's still new furniture to buy and a wall to paint. I really hope her customers won't be spilling drinks over the books. Have a nice day. Jane Otara. Cool. So we're gonna learn how to paint things. So like up to now I've been mostly doing just tidying up and cleaning. Why do you have a rusted out fridge? Just laying there. This is your bookstore? Thanks. I hate it. You had cardboard over the window? But only kind of, sort of? This place is a total dump, and then that is some heckin' nice appliance there. Alright, so let's go back downstairs. Let's probably get some mileage. Why is every place disgusting? Like, couldn't we walk into a place like, we want you to fix this up? How's the state of it? Oh, it's fine. We just, you know, we want you to go and add like a wall or something. They'll get to that later. All right. There you are. Frog and Catfish Bookstore. I actually like that. Frog and Fish Cat Bookstore and Cafe. And we're not gonna worry about that. Let's deal with getting this place sorted before we start buying furniture, getting it all in the way. Have I gained any perks lately? I've been just going and we're unlocking perks and just ignoring it. So we improved the radius so we could pick up trash. So increase the capacity. Okay. And this is supposedly after they had started working on it? Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, so usually the way these games work is as we go through, they're going to have us do more and more involved stuff. It's like, for the most part, up until now, we've been dealing primarily with, you know, just going into places, tidying them up, sweeping, that kind of stuff. This one is going to introduce us to buying furniture and whatnot. But then after all that, we'll go on to other equipment. Painting. All right. What did you... So you want that painted. I have to buy the paint. That's way better than the first game. The first game, you had to be like, what color did they say? And then try and, you know, go through the menu and figure that out. Oh my god, this is so much better than the first game. Did you play the first one? Yeah. Now the first one you'd buy the paint bucket and it'd do like a stripe of the wall vertically. But like you'd click and hold on that and you know, your character do this and you go that. Being able to just like go to the paint bucket, have it just know, like you just say, this is the color for the quest. This is so much better than the first one was. Isn't there one of those reasons why games like this are so fun? Like, painting a wall in real life have to go through the effort. You know, you want to put down the plastic on the ground first. You know, like some of these corners I'd want to get painter's taped. You know, make sure I don't paint over the edge of the corner. You know, you'd have to make sure everything's on there. If it's not quite on good enough, then you have to like, you have like a little bit that gets over the edge and you have to do cleanup on the other side of it. Alright. So now we sell the paint bucket, what's left. Because I guess that's how that works in real life. Not really. Alright, so you want me to unpack the box. You're probably gonna need a lot more coffee supplies to run an actual thing. You used to love when you place tiles and you just threw them at the wall, just like in real life. Oh yeah, you just go to a wall that's like fully painted and everything, like the paint would be like all moldy and everything. And you just kind of walk up and just be like, yep, we'll just go ahead and put some of the spackle down, put our tiles up. It's like, that's not how that works. It's not remotely how that works. Okay. We'll have to figure out. I'm still figuring out what all we're having. Alright, you really don't give me a good place to put this stuff, do you? Now you got the 4 chairs. Okay. Get the books out of the middle of the room. Some nice window front seating. Scoot you out of the way. Because this is the counter where you're going to be, you know, your shoppers are going to be. So you don't want to block the counter any more than you have to. This couch is the one that's a real question mark. Really don't want to squeeze you in here too tight. Yeah, I wouldn't want this because this is pretty snug. You know what? We could change this. We can make this work. Take you, put you in the corner. Scoot you over so you're not mashed up against that bookshelf. Yeah, too much stuff. Yeah, it's like, I get it. This is, you know what, these tables? During the day, out here. We could put you over here. Put that there. I don't know where we're putting the ottoman. Some poor barista's gonna trip over that and hurt themselves. You just know it. Put that there. Actually, I'm going to leave the books over. You can grab your book and bring it back to your table. Alright, that's not the worst in the world. It still feels too crowded, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, never mind. They are going to have 2 of these. Alright, so we're good here. A little playhouse for the kiddos. A rocking toy? Oh, I see. You want me to fit 3 tables? I mean, actually, I guess that's not that bad. Do the same thing we did up there. We'll have one over here. That'll be the corner. Same there. I should take that back. You go over here. We got the space. At least they do understand that, especially if you're going to be working in foods, if you're going to have a successful business, you have to be able to have enough customers fitting in the area. There's a lot of places that you look at like their margin, they have room for like 10 people. I'm like, okay, that's cool for like the 10 people here. But also, how are you going to, you know, make ends meet when like there's just not enough money? And also, you're going back in that corner. Come on. All right, so let's go upstairs. I want this to be a door for some reason. I guess it's just a light switch on the wall, which is the design of it. Oh. All right. There we go. Staff only. All right. Oh, you're a candle? Do it with you in a minute. You don't want to have a bunch of candles on top of this, because that thing's going to get hot. But I don't actually have any stuff, and I don't know what furniture you're going to want. Alright. Okay, so we have a bunch of plants and in our ottoman. Okay. Alright, so we've got everything I wanted here. You want me to buy you that bed? And you want me to unpack your box? Like, the fact that we go to all these places, we unpack their things is still weird to me. Have a great day. Call me back. We'll just butt our nose into all of their things. Alright, so just checking to make sure we didn't miss anything, but it's looking done. Alright. Because it does seem to have a thing where each room is its own place. And I did notice that there are times where I'd get the 3 stars, even though I had a task or 2 I hadn't finished, like cleaning a window or something. Cool. Furnishing house is one of the Flipper's basic tasks, and now you can learn to assemble furniture of your own. Press tab to open the assembly tab to see which courses are available. Finishing this will give you a stored discount for the same type of items you learn to assemble. Okay. Assembly. Picture frame, begin assembly. Okay, so I get to, like, construct stuff. Time to start. Welcome to your first assembly course. First, gather the parts, open the boxes you see around the room, and put the parts in your inventory. Then, use the assembly icons and press the left mouse button to go through the steps to use your parts to gather assemble. You can move the camera with the right mouse button. Have fun. Yeah, it's IKEA time. Alright, so I'm gonna make that quieter. I see, so don't hold the button. Cool. So we're gonna lower the sound effect a little bit. Finish below. Okay, so we got 3 stars, and I only managed to do it within like 6 seconds. This is quite the game. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Like, that's one of the things that's so nice about House Flipper is you wouldn't just install shower, put it in place. You'd go to the shower, like, they'd put in this frame, and then you'd pull up the windows, you'd screw in the hinges, you'd, like, run the water line, you'd, attach it, turn on the water, like, and it'd have you do all that stuff. Your first assembly course is over. Now, every picture frame is a lower price in the store. To unlock new assembly courses, finish more jobs from your emails. Remember to check the course list from time to time to see what courses are available. Okay, so let's take the in-game volume settings, effects, and let's knock that down to like 70. Because that drill was pretty loud. Oh, we actually have multiple locations we're getting email from. Hi. I make some extra money by renting my garage to aspiring bands. Nothing big usually, but last weekend, the Meowing Stones gave a concert from my garage. Can you imagine? I was so excited. I always wanted to run a music club, and this is the closest I've ever come to living that dream. Yet, I realize the cleaning part is not something I'm waiting for. The after party went so wild that my living room is in a sorry state, to be honest. But the front man offered to pay for everything, so it's a perfect time to modernize the interior a bit. I can't wait to see my new and clean living room. Love, Russo. P.S. My roommate says she's packed some delicate stuff before someone could destroy it. Could you set it up nicely? Thanks. And then we also have new walls, new me. Hey, I've been trying to rearrange my living room when I found a pretty damaged wall. Since I already need a specialist to fix it, I want to make sure I want to make some other changes as well. I heard you might be up for the job. I'm guessing the wall caught moisture from the bathroom, so I'll need a few extra tiles there. Also, please swap the bathtub and shower while you're at it. As to the rest of the living room, I want to replace some furniture so it's easier to rearrange them when I do yoga inside, or if I want to invite someone over. And please, cover the red wall in my bedroom. It disturbs my inner peace. Namaste. Mark Pensini. You had me at destroy and replace the wall, friend. Okay. It's an interesting house design. It's definitely a very modern house. Alright, so we'll start with a little scrubby scrub. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna start by doing this. Because we get all the cell stuff out of here. Then we'd be comfortable we got all that sorted. Alright, so next you want me to take care of the stains. I believe I'm knocking this wall out, so... and replacing it. So it feels a little weird for me to clean up the stains. It's something I'm literally going to disassemble. I gained a cleaning perk. Oh, scraped up floor from the chairs moving on a wood floor. That makes sense. All right. So we're all done with that. Surface finish. Bored of painting, you can also use panels, wallpaper to finish surfaces. Firstly, you'll need to go to the store. Okay, that's fine. I understand. So we go to neutral wood. All right. So you want something finished in here. I'm not entirely sure what. Oh, you want that. What do you want it to be? All right. And you do get some choice around it where it'll be like, they'll be like, I want something of this type. So you notice that other one, it gave me 2 options. I could have used either option. Guess we're not knocking down a wall in this one. All right. Because they're talking about being a damaged wall, it's like, we would need to, like, if it's a damaged wall, like an actually damaged wall, it's like we would need to knock it out and fix it. You're not gonna just throw some paint over it and it makes it all okay. All right. Yeah, so this one is teaching us how to do paneling. So that's kind of the way it goes. We're basically playing like a long tutorial kind of thing. We're just gonna teach us like one mechanic after the other. Okay, so you want side cabinet here. Larger cabinet there. I guess we could put a table here. I don't really know what the design intent for this room is. I do like how sometimes you'll have stuff where it won't even like be remotely done. It'll be like, you can turn it in now. You're good enough that they'll be happy with it. It's like, would they? I don't think they would. I think be a hair above completely pissed off. So that room's done. Nothing here. You want me to buy you a new shower? Oh, we might be learning how to do this as well. So the old game, you had to be mindful where the water hookups are. I don't see that. I'm also kind of confused about this shower. Like, you only see the one side. I guess we go like this. Well, that's kind of disappointing. The old game, I'd actually have to sit there and take the time to do the actual installation. I think the idea is they put that under the assembly thing, so you could do that if you want, but you don't have to. Which, I mean, fair if that is the case. Because I could imagine if you put, like, hundreds and hundreds of hours into the game, you'd probably get pretty tired of, like, the mini-game to assemble stuff. Alright, this room's all done. Nothing here. This room's all done. And make sure I didn't miss anything outside. Alright, and we're done with that house. I am curious how far it goes, because like I said, one of the things that's a big draw for me with the old house flippers, like you go to replace a toy and you actually have to like disconnect all the piping and do all that. So there's that. Let's see. Hi, a little bird told me you're making it big in Peanut Cove. I saw that you did what you did to Jane's, and I must say I'm impressed. That gave me an idea. I found an old shack I think could sell well. It needs some adjustments, of course. I have a client with a very specific taste, and nothing on the market seems to make the cut. I'm afraid if I don't find her dream beach house soon, she'll start to look outside Peanut Cove. Or worse, she'll buy something from Ascenso. My proposition is simple. You make the renovation, I make the sale. Are you ready for your first proper house flip? Yes. Oh, this is... Why do you need me? This is perfect, just the way it is. Like, I can't improve this. This is literal perfection right here. Alright. I especially like that we're gonna have to take like the boards off the door. Just to be able to get inside the house in the first place. Hey, Dr. Sean, how's it going? Clear up all the tires in the yard. And the random crates. I guess I'm just selling a whole tree. That's fine. So you want me to keep the planters, but the plants in them are super dead. And in theory, we are selling the plants. That there's someone out there who's like, wilted plant? Heck yeah, man. Where it's at. Let's upgrade the size of this. Okay. Paint saver. The roller uses less paint, very efficient. The paint roller can expand, allowing you to paint a much larger area at once. Get your hands on this, yeah. Trendsetter, you can copy an item style. Oh, so I can just take the couches and like whatever the aesthetic is, I can just duplicate and all that. Where's the trash can? Oh. It's in. All right. So again, all of this all cleaned up. Yeah, no, I do enjoy, like, the original House Flipper was a very, like, just a game I was, like, really into when it came out. Alright, so, let's start with your plants. I don't know if I actually switched off to that. So we're getting all these all set up. I like and I dislike this deck up top. So you have these skylights that you can walk on and all that. I like it because it's a cool aesthetic, but I also feel like in real life, it would end up being a huge pain because ultimately what would happen is anyone walks on, you get dirty shoe marks all over everything. Cool, so that room's all set up. Alright. Alright. I say I was pretty sure we didn't have those all done. Ah, there we go. Didn't quite finish that spot. Thank you, Immortal Rose, for the 500 biddies. I really do appreciate that. And Twitch throwing an extra 75 biddies on top of that, because that's the whole thing they've got going on, that anytime someone throws at least 300 bits, Twitch is giving at least 10% more. It could be more than that, but at least 10% more. So thank you so much for that continued support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. All right. And we need to buy things here. So you want 2 chairs and a table. It's hard to tell. I think that's supposed to be the back door. And this is the front door of the place. Well, the front has way more space on it than the others, so we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, so thank you so much for that support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. Alright, so the outside area is done. Selling all the things I don't want anymore. Supposed to be 3 more things in here you want me to sell? Guess I'll figure it out in a minute. So we sold everything there, we sold everything there. It says there's... Oh, it's probably behind the door. Oh, it's the little hooks, I see. Alright. Getting all our trash taken care of. Oh yeah, I have the one trash bag out here that I tried to throw from the roof and I missed. Alright. So we've got all trash sorted. I guess we just... For some of these ones, it... Is it seriously like one panel? That was weird. That feels like it was a bug that I wanted to put down a single panel. I was like, you're out of space. So... I'm guessing they don't want the cool wood there, that they want that to be tile. Because it'd be really weird to have that be the other way. All right. I was having difficulty unselecting it. All right. And you're not looking for a paneling in here. And you are looking for paneling in here. Okay. Just gonna get all this down on the floor. Let's go check our perks real fast, because I think we've unlocked 2. Okay, so this is another one of those ones that we can just kind of go... Actually, make it big. While finishing service, you can put material in bigger area on the go. You can carry more tiles and panels. Bigger area. And we will do the ceramic again. But as you can see, I could only do it by 3x3 at first, and now it's way bigger. We get a bunch of that stuff that'll help out. Alright, we could sell that. And get all our windows and all that cleaned up. But yeah, when you get to the point of, like, knocking down walls and building new walls in our places, and that's where things tend to get the most interesting. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't have to do anything in the shower. It could be just that one shower because it's like inlaid in the wall. I'm wondering if we get like one of the stand-in showers that you add to an existing room, where you just kind of like put it in there and just hook it up to the water connection and all that. I'm hoping they kept that mechanic. I'd be really disappointed they got rid of it, though. Like, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it was one of the things to me that made this stand out as opposed to a lot of the other games in that, like, similar genre kind of games. All right. Yeah, I would be down to clean windows all the time if it took me like all of 30 seconds to do a full window and it was just done and flawless. Alright, that room's all clean, that one's all clean. Alright. I'm assuming they're gonna have me paint these walls or put paneling on them as well. The really kind of worn walls that we're seeing on the left and right. The really rustic walls. I've known people who've done, like, in real life who have been house flippers so far as either something they do on the side or as, like, their actual job. I don't think it's something I'd want to do, because it tends to be a lot stressful, that they'll start getting things going, the market will change, and then there's the panic, okay, do I sit on this house for a long time? And, you know, maybe I put a lot of money into this that's tied up in it, or do I just sell it now and just hope for the best kind of thing? You know, eat the loss if it comes down to it. Not that that's the thing that happens steadily, but there's just so much outside your control. That's right, we can make it bigger. It's like that's how me and Tomb got the house we were in. Is there was people looking to flip it. They had picked it up on the cheap. And then it looked like the market was going to go not in a good way on them. You like this painting way more? Oh, it's so much better than the other one. Oh, okay. I see. I was confused. You set your borders of where you want to actually paint. And now you don't have to worry about, like, accidentally having, like, the mouse mess up for a moment. You go over and they have to, like, figure out how to fix the other wall or whatever. But as well as things that basically, it looked like the market was going to change on them, so they got spooked. And so they're just basically selling it, trying to just not lose money. So they managed to snag it well below what it probably should have gone for. Because the houses in our price are about half the size of the house we ended up with. Which is why we got it. It was like, you looked at it as just like, okay, so we could spend more money to get half as much house. Or we could get a much, like, a house in just as good of a neighborhood as the other ones. And not have to do the extra. Okay. Yeah, so in the old house flipper, I would have had to install this. Like, what would have happened is we would have had this piece on the bottom. You'd have connected a hose and everything for that drain to the drain pipe in the house. You'd, like, slid in the bracket, because this whole like, ceramic piece, you slide that in. We would have then screwed in the various corners of the frame and all that, and attached the door. You'd probably, like, this way, you'd probably just go up the wall and, like, screw it into the side. I am hoping, if nothing else, they do that in the assembly thing. Like, I can appreciate that people probably got tired of doing it again and again, but it really does feel like a step back to me to not have that. Oh, well. Sure, why not? Actually, can I put this on the door itself? I probably can't, right? No. I can't rotate it. Because normally it'd have your sink... Oh, actually, I'm just realizing something. That sink needs to be higher than that. It's not supposed to be laying on the floor. Wait, actually, yeah, it is. Okay, it's just... That's a weird sink. Am I just, like, really tall in this game? Like, is my guy, you know, 6'12" or something like that? Because it feels like this should be up like this, height-wise. But then you see the pipe going straight through. Like, I'm not sure if it's supposed to have, like, a weird opening in the bottom, or my character's supposed to, like, reach way down just to get to the sink. Yeah. I'm not a huge... Like, this part of the sink is fine. I'm not huge of this big fan of this cabinet. Oh, you only won one nightstand. It's a little surprising. Why won't you let me put this anywhere? Oh, we were immediately questioning your tastes. Maps could be cool and all, but like a giant full wall map in your bedroom like that feels like a really weird choice to me. Alright, that room's done. There we go. That's a better place for the mirror. Those are all done. So next room. Alright. So those are hanging ones. Let's get those started. Oh, you're not quite in the corner. Oh, I see you got a narrow one. Alright, so we can... Did you want two corners? No, just the one. So grab you, scooch you over for a moment. Because that'll be where the stove goes. Alright. So we've got all that, and that's the bottom counter. Okay. We wouldn't happen to have a very skinny cabinet to make that not feel weird. I'm guessing no. Oh, I got a bread thing? It looks like most of the stuff to put on in the kitchen. Alright. So now we have what's clearly meant to be your space for, like, not work necessarily, but your computer space, that. There we go. Just wanted to make sure it was open so we can get the full aesthetic. Desk organizer clearly goes in here. We have shelves. Oh, you go up here. Your drying rack. Wait, where's your sink? Oh no, no, no! Why would you do this? Right, you're larger. You go here. Squeeze you in here. You're narrower. That is a very snug. I think it's supposed. Yeah, sorry. Rereading the same thing. All right. I guess you go over the handle of this. There you go. All right. Because you don't have a TV setup or anything like that. This game never looked at house flips. If they expect the kitchen to be that well designed. I mean, in this case, we have a specific customer in mind, so we are targeting one individual. So I can see that kind of getting that detailed. Here, we're just gonna really, really make this uncomfortable for you, like really smash you in here tight. All right. All houses in the area have tons of gaps and poorly thought out kitchens. Yeah, and like I said, this particular case, the house flip is there's a real estate agent who is trying to sell to a specific individual, and so we're effectively like borderline, you know, making custom design house for that person. So I could see under these circumstances that they would be a bit more involved in making the prop. Why would you want this? Like, an oil lamp is fine, but it's just like, considering everything else, like, why would you want the oil lamp in this? Okay, the checking, we're good. We're good. We're good, and we're good. But yeah, now most of the time when people are house flipping, they don't have a specific buyer in mind. All they're doing is they're finding a house that's relatively inexpensive for what you get, you know, spit polishing it enough to make it sellable, and then turning around and selling it. So, like, they're dealing with no major problems usually. But whatever.
Hello there. How did you like your first full house flip? I noticed that as well, and I did some research. It turns out it was actually a floating house at one point. The owner traveled along the coast, and one day she decided to stay in Pinnacle for some time. She was so fed up with the constant rocking that she asked fishermen to help her pull the houseboat to shore.
Cool story, Tom.
Well, you know me. I'll take any chance to tell a good story, Speaking of chances, do you want another chance to flip a house?
Sure, I'd love to.
Then I think you'll be happy to hear this. There's a site where you can look for rundown houses. Just buy them, do your magic, and put them on sale. I'm sure that with your work quality, you'll find buyers in no time. You did so well with the last house that I managed to sell it for way more than I expected. So, I want to share some of the profit with you. It should be enough for you to buy your own house to flip. If you want to, of course. Take care and good luck with your career.
Alright, buying house. It's finally time to flip your own houses. To buy, press tab in the house tab. New houses will appear, and with every job you finish, time to make flipping houses thrive. Alright, so we're past what's called, like, what's effectively like the tutorial and all that. We'll still get emails saying like, oh, we're so proud. Congrats on launching your career. Tom told us everything. It's good that you two are friends again. Otherwise, we'd have no idea what's going on with you. Oh, and if you're planning to visit us, don't come to Moonrise Bay. We loved our beach house, but couldn't get used to the noise of the lights of the city. We're moving to Cozy Village. We heard it's peaceful and a lovely place to live. So now Tom's thanking us for getting a discount, wanting to ask about buying houses. All right. So we can actually go on the market and buy houses. And so so some of these will be repeats, like that is the one we just did, but they'll have a bunch of different designs. Now let's do over the garage. Red brick fixer-upper stands out in the neighborhood. A compact one-bedroom, one-bathroom apartment over a garage gives the vibes of living in the city without leaving the small-town suburbs. It's a perfect opportunity to create a truly unique home. Cool. Yeah, so then the idea is you go in, you fix up houses, you turn around and sell them. Flipping houses for profit isn't easy. You'll need to clean, renovate, furnish the house, all without a quest line. Ready to sell? You'll find potential buyers in the auction house. Yeah, so in the other one, there were different buyers who all wanted different things. Like the other game, there was one guy who was effectively a prepper. So he'd want all the houses to have like prepper kind of stuff. So they want like, you know, basements with like a bunch of like food stores and all that. It was kind of weird. That's it. The other one, it wasn't actually hard to turn a profit. All right. I don't actually expect it to be hard to turn a profit in this one either. All right. As well as things that you could kind of just work on. We'll probably be able to buy like better tools and all that, level up skills still. Just casually cleaning something that's clearly... A floor is usually between 10 and 12 feet tall. Whereas, you know, a fairly tall person would be a bit over 6. So the fact that our character's just standing on the ground, just casually just wiping above their head the entire length of the second floor. You know, we got some wingspan. All right. I wonder if this game will do the same thing as the other one, where you have like the different buyers who, again, they have their own variation they want in aesthetics. Hidden ladder, Goku Gadget arms. Yeah, so it does make me wonder when you go to sell it if there'll be like, you know, there'll be the one who's like, oh, they like it really rustic. They'll have the one that's like, they like it modern. Like, I wonder how all that'll work. We'll probably figure that out when we put our first house on an auction. We'll be able to get a good look at that kind of thing. All right. Okay, so we got a couple more perks. Let's go ahead and choose those. So it's interesting that if I throw things in a trash bag and get 100% of the value, it does make the selling tool kind of unnecessary entirely. We also haven't had to demolish anything yet, which surprised me. That we got to the house flipping phase and not having to do that. For the moment, I'm basically selling like everything, since it's our choice what it is. Plus, all this looks terrible anyway, so... All right. It does make me wonder stuff like the radiators and all that. Like if that'll actually be important or it won't matter. Oh. I had a plan. It may or may not have involved throwing trash out the window and dealing with it later. Alright, I think we've got everything tidied up in that regards. Okay. So we'll need to decide next is like what we're going to have where. So far as like bedrooms, bathrooms, all. You have the way it was set up to begin with. But if this game doesn't have the water connections I have to worry about, then that's just a whole mechanic I can ignore. Which again, I'm actually disappointed about. I wonder why they went with it, because it wasn't like you couldn't get water connections. It's just what you'd do is you'd go to like utilities, you'd buy a water connection, you'd set it up, that kind of thing. All right. This whole place is horrible. Now, in real life, again, if you're trying to like get maximum profit out of it, you wouldn't do more work than you really need to make it sellable. So, like in real life, I wouldn't have sold, you know, the perfectly decent furniture and all that. I wouldn't like resurface all these walls or anything like that. You know, again, unless it's something like this wood paneling on the bottom is obviously terrible, you'd probably replace that because you would have difficulty selling this house with that clearly damaged wood paneling. But like this wallpaper, you know, if I could magically wash it this much, you might leave that. If it doesn't, you know, make it too hard to sell, whatever kind of thing. There's a lot of considerations you put into it. But a big part of it is minimizing your costs. That there are times it's like you could fix up a kitchen to make it really nice, but that's not going to improve the ability to sell it or the amount. That it's just not worth your time and money. Slap a coat of light blue, gray paint on every surface. Yeah, a lot of times they'll go with fairly neutral, fairly benign colors for flipping houses. And a big part of that is just you have the most different people who'd be considering buying, because you're not necessarily targeting a specific buyer or whatever. You're just going, okay, what do I need to do to give myself the best chance of making a decent sale on this? But it is one reason why a lot of flipped houses kind of all look the same, is they're trying to target like the common denominator of people buying. And clean up all the windows. All right. There's also a lot of problems with stuff like when people are flipping houses and they've got like mildew on the walls, not taking the time to clean it up properly, and just slapping paint over and calling it a day, which could have a lot of problems in the long term. That you'll have certain paints won't adhere well, so like it'll look fine in the short term, but the paint will chip and flake a lot easier, especially outdoor along the grass line. You run a lot of that. Or instead of using the paint they should be using to have it last, they'll use the cheaper paint. So they'll use like an interior paint outdoors or whatever. And so weather will make it go bad real quick. Like start flaking off and picking up mildew and whatnot. Or they'll use like regular latex paint in the bathrooms versus a water-resistant one that, you know, again, prevents mildew and all that. It's one of those things you really have no way of knowing when you buy a house what was and wasn't done, because it's not like you're gonna sit there and chip off a piece of paint and like have it analyzed or something. It'd be cheaper just to go out, buy a bucket of the paint you need and paint it up yourself. Let's see. A good friend of yours bought a house as a 100-year-old solid framing, crown molding, everything else. Just had a nice thick coat of neutral paint slapped on them. That was it was a big thing between like my parents' generation and mine, that if you go back to like the 50s and the 70s and all that, everyone wanted to carpet everything. Like carpet was the thing. And then you went on a little ways later to like the really late 80s to like early 90s and on, and it was kind of hardwood floors were the big thing. And so it's funny that like all the people who spent all the money putting in all of those carpets, and then 30, 40, 50 years later, it was the big thing to tear those carpets right back out. Which is also funny if you think back to like, was it the 20s or so? Like linoleum was the big thing that everyone wanted. Linoleum. It was just a huge thing to get linoleum. And it's kind of funny because nowadays you think linoleum, and linoleum is like near synonymous for cheap. Yeah, these plants are going. Alright, so I can't actually lay brick. Is there something, like, do I have to buy tools for that? I may have to have bought tools before we came out here. Alright. Yeah, I'm not... Like, I see building here. Like, I see that. That's a rubber mallet. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, so I can't be for myself. Basically, my issue is there's a big freaking hole in where the driveway is. And I don't have the option to do brick, so I'm not sure how to tackle that. Because these all look like... So, a carpentry hammer? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just leaving those in there. So that's surface finishes, but we're looking for actual roof beams. Obviously tear up the brickwork and replace it with asphalt. I mean, I'm not sure how to do that there. We got fences and all sorts of stuff, stairs and all that we can replace stuff with. We can do block walls and all that. Building stuff. Because you can get like a cement bag that's empty or full. Like, that's just for aesthetics. You can decor your place. Garage doors, a whole bunch of stuff. Ah, so that's a boiler we saw earlier. I saw the tank and I'm like, I'm not sure what you are. Tear it up and replace it with linoleum. Just have outdoor linoleum. I mean, honestly, I need to do something. Like, if I can't put the block in here, I do have to change it. Like, that's the unfortunate reality, is I do have to change it if I can't work on it, kind of thing. Alright, so let's start, though. We can worry about that in a minute. Let's go up to what is the bedroom right now. I missed a window. Alright. So we have our choice of I could paint or panel. So we do surface finishing. We could do, unpainted drywall. Excellent. Exactly what that should be. Marble tiles. All sorts of wild animal prints, just black wall. Flowers, school of fish wallpaper, that's kind of cool. Striped marble, metallic, neutral wood. Irregular cobblestone, geometry. You have a rustic house with that kind of stuff going on. Yeah, so I can't see anything about the auction house whatsoever. So we're just gonna be doing guesswork here. Straight up mahogany. Red cedar. All right. Smells like rich mahogany. That's the thing, mahogany. I'm like, man, if that's like, even like, if it's not like a plastic mock-up, if it's like any actual real mahogany, it's like that's gonna be really expensive. All right. So we're not gonna keep the same wood there. I don't think we're gonna do the wood down there. No, you know what? We are gonna do the same in here as well for treatment. Alright, I'm probably gonna need another box, aren't I? Yep, that's fine. Yeah, so we're putting down red cedar. Just trying to make this place look a bit nicer. Alright, so I think that takes care of that. Wait, actually, is there a landing spot down there? We'll do the landing spot down there, too. Not the garage, just the landing spot. Red cedar, why not the richest of mahogany? Let's see, is there a section in the gardening tab that allows you to build walkways or something like that? I didn't see, but we can check. Because yeah, we definitely need to figure out something to make the entrance look better. That's mostly plants. Puts up barricades. Love it. Just straight up barricades. Oh, we're changing the windows too. We're gonna get spendy on this. I'm probably gonna lose money on it. Oh, I didn't think this through. I didn't realize it's gonna keep the big gaping holes in the wall, which makes sense. It does. Why do you have to be a weird size? To be fair, these weird windows are already weird. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. So that's too small, and that's 5 of that. So we need like 7 by 10? Or no? I really wish I could do block construction to try and fix this nonsense. Yeah, so you're not tall enough either. Boo, game. I see, and you're thinner. Okay, so those ones fit. That's 5 by 10. But there is no smaller window that fits those dimensions. Alright. So you need to be wider. You're one too short. Oh, what? Apparently making the game mad. Let's see. Mr. Moneybags here. Is there a undo? There is not. Oh, it placed after. Okay, whatever. So problem is I can't build more block. I don't have the tools I need, and I don't know why. So I guess we just get to hate this room. Okay, that is gonna have to do. We're not gonna touch the windows. The windows are all cursed. I need a tiny, tiny little window. Like a really tiny little window. To put on top of this thing. And we're leaving this alone after that. too tiny the wrong way. Should have left it alone. I need smaller. Where did all the budget go? Yeah, that's the problem is I can't fix this. Because either I don't have the availability or the... Well, yeah, but I was trying to do this right. Alright, so we're going to get rid of those. They're not going to fit. So if I'm not mistaken, these windows are 5 by 10. Sorry, they're not 5 by 10. Actually, they could be. Yeah, so they're 5 by 10. So far, sorry, 4 by 10. So if I can get 4 by 4, I can work with that. Come on, work with me, friend. Don't make me do it. I will do it, but don't make me. We're doing it. Oh, you look so terrible against this house. I would need to change the entire finish of the whole house just to make that not look like the worst thing ever. Like, it's a perfectly fine window. It's just not a perfectly fine window for our situation. Yep, this is cursed. Oh, we're wrong. I need you to be... Please don't tell me this is... Right. It's 10, not 8. So it needs to be 5 by 4. Come on, give me 5 by 4. Make this less cursed. Don't make me do this. I think that's too wide. Must be 5 by 4. I want it without the extra design stuff. Why is no window going to cooperate? Is that even a window? It's like a really stylized thing. We're going to have to go with it. What? It's 5 by the wrong direction. I am so confused. Did we actually make that larger? I need a tape measure. So that's 6. That's too wide. That's 5. That's too wide. This is 4. Why is it not as wide? I don't understand. Because 5... I mean, that's 4 wide again. Need the first dimension to be 5. And now it's too big. So that's clearly not right. So second digit is its height. The first digit is its width. So 5, too big. So we have 4. Too small. I don't understand. I don't understand. That 4 is... What? So, okay. So this window is 4 width, but it's too small. This window is 4 width, but it's just right. What is this madness? How am I supposed to work under these conditions? Yeah, so all these. So I'm learning that these sizes mean nothing. They're a lie. Are you actually 2? No. Well, I mean, actually, probably no. See, that is 2 blocks there. So this is implying 3 wide. Except the 3 wide, guess what? It's the same width as the 2 wide. That's 2. That's 3. How does math work? But how am I supposed to make windows that fit? You know what? So it would need to be, if I get 4x6, how is 4x6 too narrow as well? Come on. Work with me on this. At least a little bit. At least pretend. Okay. So that's 4x5. So it would still need 5 more. You know what? I can't trust that I need 5 more. Because numbers don't mean anything. Numbers are a lie. Everything is a lie. The world is over. Okay, so it's slightly too high. Which is what I expected. That's not quite high enough. Nope, that's definitely not what we want. I'm just literally trying to get anything there because we can't. Wait, we can come back to these houses, can't we? What I don't understand is the other place I was able to take the windows we had. I saw you blink green for just a minute there. Wait. Okay. Because these ones, I was able to sit there and just mash another window in a wall and it deleted the part of wall that was, you know, conflicting. I would like to do that. Because that would work out okay if we could do it. Because the problem is it has to be really tall. It also doesn't help that I can only do this while I'm so close I can't see what I'm doing. Because that's definitely too short. Yes, that's the right height, but I can't place it. Whereas this one, we just straight up just mooshed it in the wall, and it was like, yeah, that's cool. We can do that. But I'm not allowed to do that with this one for reasons. Can I go home? Okay, so we can go home and see if we can't get our hands on a sledgehammer so I can knock out a section of wall. So this is to build our own home. That's what I don't really understand. I don't care about discounting that. We don't prepare a room. Sadly, he doesn't visit very often. This would change. Very dear. Perfect. I don't use it, so it just needs to be cleaned up and painted. My daughter's self-proclaimed do-it-yourself queen. I have to admit, the decoration stuff she makes are really adorable, but she should probably stay away from any kind of total interior renovations. Our poor bathroom is the latest victim, unfortunately. Can you clean up what she left? A proper renovation wouldn't hurt. There's also a kitchen in the counter space. I'm looking for someone to be like, we want to knock down a wall. Because I've got perks down here, but I don't see how to get this tool. Because that's the thing. I have the icon for a hammer, And you've got skill points, but I need to demo to get skill points. I'm trying to figure out how we can make that happen. That's a carpentry hammer. That's a rubber mallet. So this, yeah, so this is just an item you leave in the world. That's not a thing I actually use as a tool. That's what I figured as much. Yeah, well, no, Baron, I'm trying to figure out how I unlock the sledgehammer. That's my issue, is I need a sledgehammer to fix that room. And it's down here where we do the masonry work of that. We had another quest, like, you break the wall in this one, but then there was just didn't have it. And it's not in my perks, so I'm at a loss of how I do it. Because I have a house now that I can't finish without leaving a giant hole in the wall. How do you get the art tools? They just appeared as I did these side things. Alright, we're just gonna take another regular mission and see if we just magically get a sledgehammer. Let's actually start with this. Okay, there's 5 more things to sell in here. What are they? Sell what's clearly her phone. What are the things they sell out here? There's a different area that says we have 10 things to sell. Alright, so we got that, but I'm still missing a bunch of things to sell. It's probably gonna be a lot of something obvious together kind of thing. Oh, there we go. It's little pamphlets everywhere. Do we sell our soul yet? Not yet. We bought a house to flip it, but we're running into difficulty. I also like that none of these trash cans tell me any information about which ones are which, so I'm just left to assume. Which means I'm definitely like throwing trash in the recycling and all sorts of awful things. Alright. How's it going? That's it. I am enjoying the game, but that is one negative right now is you bought a house, I was clearly able to remove windows, and I'm unable to find how to put windows in. But the big thing that kind of irked me was the fact that the windows would say like 4x5 and, you know, 3x4 and 2x4, and they'd all have the same size. Yeah, no, I figured it's one of those things. So it was just the fact that I removed the windows and I couldn't figure out what windows I could put back, and there wasn't like an undo or anything like that. Which isn't the end of the world, but I figured there's going to be more mission progression here. Because we had a mission earlier that said, you know, we need you to take out a wall, but then we didn't. They never gave us the option, we just painted over it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. A lot of the stuff that were supposedly just scrubbing, you'd pressure wash this. Concrete? Yeah, you'd pressure wash this. You just roll into the pressure washer, you'd have it knocked down in a couple of minutes. Versus in real life, getting down on your knees with like a little rag and scrubbing it up would not be a good time. Alright, so let's consider the next room. There you go. Alright. So there's nothing to do here. We're all good here. That's all good out here.
Hi, Love here. So, tell me how you're doing. Everything's fine and dandy. I gotta tell you, I'm still a bit tired after the concert. We had such a blast. But you can probably tell that by the look of the house.
Wish I saw that concert.
I do too. If I knew you earlier, I would totally invite you. I mean, it was like an open entry anyways, but I would, like, bug you until you'd say you're definitely coming. And the concert was amazing. I gotta tell you, I thought they were kidding by saying a cat plays the keyboard, but nope. Seen it with my own eyes. And I'll tell you a secret. That little kitty should practice from time to time. I think it hit like 3 notes during the whole thing, but the show it gave, the most adorable thing I've ever seen. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm not calling just to give you a recap of the concert of the year. No. I'm calling because my roommate asked me to tell you she wants to have nothing done in her room. It's the one on the right when you go upstairs. But let me tell you something. If there's gonna be another concert in my garage, you're the first person who's gonna know. Or maybe the second. Like, I have to tell Kate first. She lives with me after all. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm at work too. Ooh, and I think my manager is waving at me. So it was very nice to chit chat. We should definitely hang out sometime. See you around. Bye.
Okay. All of that's cool, I guess. You want me to sell those? The poster, that, and somewhere's like a little boom box you want me to get rid of. There you are. Alright. I'll put someone do it before I watch them from my window. I mean, to be fair, this kind of disaster, if I had just a whole lot of money to throw around, it'd be like, you know what? I'm in over my head. Yeah, let's pay someone. I just don't wanna. All right. All right, trash bag's all full. Looks like an interpreter. That's like, man, they were playing like with some major paints and all that going on. Why is there a water? Look, why? It's fine. Just casual watermelon in the closet underneath the stool by the vacuum cleaner. So what in here are you considering? There you go. All right. Man, I was looking for that watermelon. There it is. Yeah. I bet a torch could clean this house in no time. How's the insurance policy? Where else would you keep it? I don't know, your kitchen counter, in the fridge. Some people have a water closet, they have a watermelon closet, I guess. I'm also curious how there's all these different colors of paints on this room with no door between you, with feet prints going right up to the carpet, somehow did not get trashed. That's the amazing part. Okay, so I do consider this part of this room. Okay. Got one more stain here, so it's probably one I, yeah. It's one that I've mostly cleaned, but not enough that it's technically gone. I'm gonna potentially falling through the floor. I mean, I haven't had much problems. It's still kind of those ones where you get like, you know, the room is like barely the plate's like barely clean. They're like, "Yep, you're done. You can stop now if you want." Yeah, that's considered clean. Forget the look, you know, that there's just multicolored paint everywhere throughout the bathroom. All right, where is the... There you go. Okay. So this room is done. We can close that door. This room is done. We can close that door. This room is done, and they don't want me going in that room. They want new furniture in here. That room is done. You're good. Nothing here. Okay, so it looks like we're just messing with... What about the kitchen? Yeah, so it's literally just this room now. But first of all, get these out of my way. Alright, so you want me to unpack the boxes, but first we're gonna get this. So we have the shelf for putting the TV on. The TV itself. You want a clock. Couch. Oh, that's a TV cabinet there. I put that on the coffee table. I was like, I was thinking to myself, it's like, man, that TV's pretty low. It's fine, we'll deal with... Oh, you're a wall-mounted TV. I understand. Yeah, so you're just a shelf. Shove you there for right now. I don't want to high enough that someone would be able to like kick through the rungs and catch the corner TV or whatever. You lost me. I get behind a lot of those decisions, but you lost me at the live, love, laugh. There was a chance you could have been friends. I don't want to come to your party. That's the coffee table? Alright, I mean, I can go with that. Just put in the closet with the watermelon. I wish. Trying to figure out what the heck's in here before I can decide where I'm putting it. All right. That room's done. I think this whole place is done, right? Okay, cool. So we're done with this place. All right. Ooh, stretch. So what's going to happen here in a second is I need to use the restroom. So I'm going to take a 2-second break real fast. Use the restroom, and I'll be back here in a minute. So thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back here in just a moment. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to declare a variable. We're going to declare that variable of a type integer. And we're going to set its value to input 1. Don't forget your semicolon. Getting one of the things that really makes it easier to pick up trees. That's not what I want. I knew that was coming the moment that happened. The B cables are everywhere.
I am so sorry, I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's that. It's all good. Well, we're down. I mean, that's longer than I expected to make it. I did like... Mr. Theo is good at singing. I want to be like him when I grow up. What do you want to be when you grow up? Sir, that is a question that creates an existential crisis I am not prepared to fight. Thanks, everyone. Sorry. I did not expect that to do that. My apologies. Stop it, eyes. I need you to cut it out. Are you having any emotion? Yeah. Don't you hate it when that happens? Think we broke Strainer? Yeah. Alright, and we are back. So what I think we're gonna do here is you wanna watch Barney, gosh dang it. Okay. The clay animal will be watching and judging. Oh, absolutely. No question about that. Hold the pickup. Oh, good. I could take... Oh, that is trippy. That is real trippy. I love and hate it. That's how wallpaper works. You take up shredded wallpaper, and it's just a telescope into how the wallpaper should look if you move it around. That is wild. What I was going to say is we're getting pretty close to about the time when I would flip games in the middle of the stream and all that kind of stuff. But so it's slightly early, but it's one of those things that if I do more houses, like, we'll do that. I could definitely see playing more of this if people are into it. I've been enjoying it. I am a little annoyed that they got me to a point where... So there's definitely some things... So generally speaking, I'm enjoying the game, first of all. I'm enjoying the game. It definitely follows the same line as the original House Flipper, but like they have improved a bunch of stuff. There are things I don't like about it. I am disappointed that when we install stuff like showers and all that, they got rid of the whole thing where like bring the camera down, you'd hook up the pipe, you'd put in the bolts, and you'd slide the thing in, and then you'd screw the frame in, and you put the door on. Like that being gone, I was like, that was a really charming thing I liked in House Flipper. Now, I would be okay if they had something here like gameplay, you could turn it off or something like that. That would be totally fine by me. I feel like that would be splitting the difference. But the fact it's just gone really kind of disappoints me. Which, don't get wrong, they have this thing here, the assembly area, but you kind of just do the thing once, and then once you've done it fast enough one time, you're like, okay, you never need to do it again. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. I feel that's actually a loss. And then the other thing is stuff like the things like the windows will say like 4x5. Like here, I can just show you. If we go to like the windows here, so this window says 5x6. Cool, 5x6 makes sense. That's 5x6 window. So it goes between like right. You can barely see that zebra's head in the top right when I line it up to the frame there. We go 5x10. Cool, still the same size. We can go to 5x10. Still the same size. But now we can go down to one of these, 5x3. I mean, all these are now actually doing it. We had some that were like completely wrong. Try to find one of these that's 5 by whatever. Let's just do the 4 ones. Okay, so we're doing the 4, so we're about halfway through the zebra on the right there. So that's 4. Now I grab one of these that was like... We had a couple of these that I grabbed them, and they were completely different sizes we went to put in. It was like 4 by this, 4 by that. Don't make a liar of me, game. We literally just went through this. That we had ones that were like 3 by 8. And that were like genuinely different sizes than that. Yeah, so this... Oh, never mind, I moved it over. What is this madness? We sat there for a good couple. So that's... Okay, so this one's too wide. So it's distorting that zebra. So that's too wide. Now I just got the one that's 3 wide. Guess what? It's the same size. So here, 2 wide, 3 wide, same size. Now it's 3 wide. That one's wider than the other 3 wide. And that 2 wide is going back to that. So you get the idea. There's some of these that like the sizes are inconsistent. Because again, 2 wide in this one. It goes to zebra's head. So that's 2 wide. And that's the 3 wide down here. Guess what? It's the same width. So we got some funky stuff with that where you just can't trust the measurement things on it. But yeah. If I remember correctly, I think you should have taken the wall out when it told you in order to get the sledge. But how do I take the wall out without the sledge? Yeah, it's like incorrectly named or something. Like that's just a cleanup thing. Like that's not a big deal. The whole removal of the like putting stuff in the walls, like that kind of disappoints me, to be entirely honest. The rest of the game have been pretty happy about that. Have they heard of a ruler? Yeah, so that's kind of one of the things. And it may just be 1 or 2 of these is misnamed, and that's all it is. But yeah, so I ran into problems where we have a house that we started to work on here. I'm curious if it'll be reset or it'll be... Yeah, so we were trying to put windows here because we took out the windows and we went to put something in there, and I was having difficulty putting anything else in that same spot because if I chose the 3 wide, it was too narrow. And if I chose a 4 wide, sometimes the 4 wide wasn't wide enough, other times it was. Because it needs to be like 4 by 5 is the size I need it to be. Or a 4 by 6 and a 4 by 4. So in theory, that should be the thing, because again, 4 by 6. If I go to this one that's 2 by 6, it's the same size as the 4 by 6. So like making a kind of informed decision is just not working out. I finally found some windows I'm gonna put. They don't match the aesthetic at all. But at least it's there. At least it's not an open thing. Well, yeah, no, the thing was, there's a tool sledgehammer which I'm supposed to get that I could ultimately have put in these windows, but they're slightly too wide. I could take the sledgehammer and knocked that part of wall out and that part about, and then had the same windows across instead of like the mixed pattern. And like this one, I didn't have to knock out the wall. I was able to just shove more windows in there, and it just poofed the wall out of existence. There's a little bit of jankiness around there. This isn't early access, is it? Because if it's early access, that's probably fine. I also have here where I bought a house that I need to do masonry work, but I don't have the option to do that. So there's some stuff there that's like, okay, this is a little weird. But it's not, it's just like something like maybe you have to do like the regular missions. That said, I am enjoying the game, but it does feel like there's a couple little things that I hope in a patch or two they get sorted out. Anyways, with that, what I'm going to go ahead and do is on the YouTube side, I'm going to stop the YouTube part of the stream. So don't forget to like and subscribe over there. And then we're going to be switching over to Farming Simulator 22 for more of our Survivor Man challenge. So I hope people